Alright, I'm Lou Angel from AngelicSoundsHolistic.com. I've been watching the news like everybody else, and been watching the stuff going on in the States, and I just wanted to do my little bit. And my little bit is showing the esoteric influences at play, the whys. Why is this happening? And what can be done to take it down? So, I channel the Scottish ancestors. I happen to know that they are not in compliance with this. That they are not in favour of what is happening, and that they are aware that it's being done in order to hide someone's illegal activity. So let's look at that. Let's see if we can draw some cards and get to the bottom of what's happening. So we'll start here. This is my little dog's cards. Protect. This is for us to be able to protect the innocent and to be able to protect the truth. But in the same breath, protect denotes, I want to move these off to the left actually, but when I'm drawing them, I'll use them. So protect also denotes people protecting the truth, hiding the truth. Let's keep going. Okay, I'm going to hold this one by Negative Nancy. And it's making me think of Nancy Reagan. So we have a female practitioner. Okay, I'm gonna say female practitioner, right leaning. Or now, is this the protector of what's going on? No. Is this person protecting abusers? Yes. Okay, that makes sense. The hangover cure. What is the hangover cure? The golden child. These are people that have been using children in order to steal power, in order to steal their way into any human bloodline. Any human bloodline. They'll take any one, because these people are not real people. They are made of ego and thought form, and their ego is a thought form in a lot of ways. Let's keep going. The ether of the golden child. Now, is the golden child a victim? No. So golden child, to me, it's not always, it's the most prized child, right? But often it can be the most privileged child as well. They enjoy privileges. So their ether, what about their ether? Up the wangy. Their ether comes from the ancestors. Okay, I'm seeing cut, right? They must be cut away from the ancestors. Cut them away from their roots. They do not have roots. They are not protected by the distant ancestors. Tell me more about this. Tell me more about this. The competition. This is about racism. This is about, I just heard it's a manufactured war. A manufactured race war. Okay. The sky gods. The sky gods in competition. Real sky gods? No. So sky gods to me relates to Anunnaki, alien civilizations. Okay, tell me more, Spirit. Tell me more, Holy Spirit. Tubes. So it's, oh wow, okay. They're not real though. These are shifters. And they are draining energy from this situation of competition, this situation of fighting, this situation of racism, fear, terror, all these lower world frequencies and energies. They are draining it. The magnetism of the golden child. Now, the golden child, I'm thinking the chosen one now. You know, the chosen. So those who have been chosen to pick up and change the direction of every family line on this planet, to deal with the hereditary curses and the things that have left people in poverty and suffering. Their natural magnetism that must be pulled back, that must be taken back and loved and enlightened with the love and enlightenment of the cosmos. It is part of their gifts and their power. I'm saying there, but it's, if anybody is awake to this right now, if anyone understands what I'm talking about, this will make sense to you. So let's keep going. The standards of self-respect and boundaries upon the golden child. Okay. There is a hedge of protection upon the chosen. And if you, I just heard stay healthy. If you wish to stay healthy, then these boundaries must be adhered to. More arty than farty. So arty farty, it's a very Glasgow phrase. And it's like, more arty than farty. It's like more quality than something that's superficial, right? And so when we're talking about the golden child, it's quality, it's authenticity, transparency. It's healthy. It's part of being a healthy individual. The standards, the self-respect, and the boundaries of a chosen is, you know, when we say chosen, it doesn't, I think you all know, it doesn't necessarily mean that your current family will be choosing you, but it means that the distant ancestors have chosen. Okay? Now, tell me more about the ancestors. Okay. I'm pulling some cards. I'm going to put them to the side because I think they'll come good later. And if they don't, they don't. Flash it. So, what about flash it? The rejection. They are in direct rejection of this current situation with ice. Let me just see if I can pull forth a channeling. The truth is not that the pressure of protecting the descendants is known by all descendants and by all ancestors. No, no, no. The evil that resides within the bodies of biological descendants is not recognized as a descendant. And so we cannot protect anyone who wishes to harbor evil within their bodies, regardless of race, regardless of skin color, regardless of anything. Know this. Our authority is a bridge of heart to mind. It is not a connection to the wicked. We will not protect or fight to observe the success of the wicked. We will not protect abusive, evil, wicked individuals with no conscience, with no responsibility. We cannot recognize them, and they are cut from the line. We will not, we will not, we will not. Here is the truth. Know that I speak, and I speak for my family, for my tribe, for my clan. I will not protect the wicked, and there will be no pressure upon the ancestors to protect the wicked. If you make your choice to carry on down this road, I know that the pressure on me is to cut you off. Your family power will be taken. And even your dead that protect you, your mothers, your fathers, your grandparents, if they should choose to try and protect you, they will also be cut from the line and thrown into limbo. They will not be observed as part of any family that is human. Need know, if evil is allowed to exist going forward, if fascism is going to be the way that we go forward, then there will be no protection from your ancestors, and your family power will be taken. You will not pressure anybody to need to hide, flee, or fear. Know this. The ancients speak. Know this, know this, know this. You are rejected. You who choose evil are rejected from the lines of humanity. Now think very carefully going forward. Think so carefully. Consider every move going forward. Not all money is good money. Not all thoughts are good thoughts. Not all brains are good brains. Know that I know each and every one of you. And I speak through my direct descendants, and I know that the bridge of heart to mind is not you. You will not protect the wicked, and you will not protect evil, and you will not harm good. and think for 1 minute, you will not be punished. Now get on your knees and pray, because you are being judged in the spiritual court, and there will be no protection for you. If you need to steal to honestly speak out, then shut your mouth. You are not observed, protected. You are observed to be a liar. You're observed to be an idiot. We do not protect idiots, liars, and abusers. So now, if you wish to hear the words of the ancestors, then you better shape up and sort your life out. And you'll be feeling the back of my hand. Where you're going is a straight line to hell. There'll be no projecting it away from you. There'll be no sending it on to other people who happen to be a different race or culture. There'll be no escaping it, because you will not be protected. And in the event that you reach out for the protection of your parents, your grandparents, anyone, you will be cut from the line. It doesn't matter if they hide in bodies that do not look like our bodies. They will be found, and they will be on a one-way ticket to hell themselves. There is no protection for the ancestors of the men of ice. Any attempt to enforce that protection is going to be met with punishment. Think about what you're doing, lads and lassies. Think about what you're doing, because you will need to know, because your actions have effects. And not knowing is not an excuse. You are being told by everyone to stop. Rejection from the lines of humanity. Enemies of humanity. The army. The army was supposed to be a protector. It was supposed to protect the innocent, those who could not protect themselves in every country. The wars were supposed to be protective. They were not supposed to be wars for oil. They were not supposed to be controlling. They were supposed to be for freedom. Your ma. In what context? I say it again. There it is, in the cards. Whether it is your mother who has passed into spirit, she will be cut off at the branch from the lines of humanity. And so I speak not just to the living, but to the dead. You will be cut off at the branch for protecting the evil inside your descendants. If you wish to protect them, destroy the evil inside them. Heavy doors. These are heavy doors, and I'm hearing it's heavy doors to close. If you open these doors, they are heavy doors to close. And you have cursed every one of my descendants. I will not have it. There will be no more human sacrifice. There will be no more having to go to war when it is unnecessary, when it is greed. The mission. The mission regards to what? Regards to ice, regards to humanity, the mission of humanity, the mission of the ancestors. E-R-A-R, altar, okay, as in place of worship. The mission was for the place of worship, of love and enlightenment, to have heavy doors closed upon it. This is the actions of evil. Be sure. The goddesses and gods must be positive. The truth is, there is no protection for evil. So no, I think this is me talking to your TikTok witches out doing your thing, you know, and in line with the gods and the goddesses, okay? And this is about attitudes with the gods and goddesses. You must know that the gods and goddesses might be judged fearsome and ferocious, but they are never evil, right? Because the truth is, the second that evil starts getting pulled in, you remove yourself from the lines of humanity. It's very easy when we're afraid for evil to get a foothold on us. And then what we get is not a god or a goddess, but a trickster spirit. And that trickster spirit can take your soul off you fast as that. And then the next thing you know, you're part of the problem. And we don't want you to be part of the problem. We want you to win. The real one, not the fake one, not a shapeshifter, not one that's been man-made from trauma and filth and ceremonies that should be banned and should not exist and yet are done. And yet are done to cause extreme suffering. And control. Now, how are we using this? Here, I think there's a couple of these we're going to use. So, tattoos and cuts. Alright, So this one is all about sigils, markings, brands, symbols, tattoos, cuts. These are all markings on people, right? When the goddess or the god is a real one, there's no real need to be branding anyone with sigils or anything like that. They will step in. When you open your heart, you open your voice, and you open your mind, and you connect to the Most High, to the love and enlightenment of the multiverse, of the megaverse, as big, as wide as you want to go. That love and enlightenment that comes, that holds us all together. That love and enlightenment is the intelligence. It is the power that we need. So, with that kind of a connection, in Buddhism they're called the Shoten's engine. They are the protective forces within the universe that serve to protect those who stand in the light. And the offering you give is you have an open heart connected to that love and that enlightenment. I also think there are some gods and goddesses that need to have healing applied, some that have gone down the wrong road, that need to have the evil destroyed out of them so that they can function correctly, because really they are functions. Among many wonderful things, they are functions of nature. Christian. The Christian God. Yeah. Christian God. Oh, we're keeping in the S on that. Christian gods. Interesting. What do you mean? That there are people passing themselves off as Christians that are not actually Christian at all, that believe in dark practices. Worshippers of the sun god, Ra. I just said not the real one. Animal gods. Animal gods. Bigger, badder. These are gods that have been forced into the battle. Ones that should have the evil destroyed from them with that love and enlightenment connection that we hope at this stage that you have. And if you don't, go do the work. Get the self-love flowing, and then get the rest of it flowing too. Because that is a great protection for you. Set in stone. Set in stone. Get your self-love set in stone. Do your work. Go inward. The insecurity that has been caused by, I can't find it, but I know it's the army. It's that army card. The insecurity being caused by ice. Stalkers. It is a stalker spirit. Interesting. The stalker spirit has no belief in God. It is an atheist spirit. Pay me no love, I pay you no mind. And so as people are coming out of that time of holding the fear, oh wow, okay, hold on a minute because I need to put the light on. It is chaos here. Okay, so I'll probably do a jump cut there, but we were at this, pay me no love and I pay you no mind. I think that there have been so many people go into this space of self-love, inner strength, not taking on other people's bullshit. Then in this case, a lot of fear has to be caused because these people are only able to project because you can go to the place of fear. Fear is the frequency. And they can jail you within that frequency. Yeah, right you are. Right you are. They're reinforcing. The ancestors reinforce. That is correct. The only way projection can occur is if people are already in the frequency that the projectors are projecting. So these are people who are terrified. These are people who have done wrong. Again, I would go as far as to say that they are not people. They're probably thought forms in there. I don't think there's a soul rattling around or anything like that. I think that got sold a while ago. But yeah, you've got thought forms trying to like survive. There are some really interesting, quite funny celebrity instances of this going on right now where people's contracts have completely ended and, you know, the devil's coming to collect on what they paid up on. And so this, again, okay, I'm seeing that as being another thing that's going on here. It's like spread fear, spread fear, spread fear, so that we don't have to pay up. Animals. People that act like animals. People that have been acting like animals, that's who's projecting right now. And so if they can put you in the sense of survival and in the state of fear for your survival, if they can make you act like the animal, you will protect them by taking on their energy. So make sure, and don't get me wrong, you are well within your rights to be frightened right now. But don't be frightened for people who you shouldn't be frightened for. You make sure that you send back any ill feeling, any fear, any self-loathing, any of that. You send that right back to sender. That needs to go. And if you can't send it right back to sender, because some of these people really, really know how to use negative energy and transmute it, you give it up to God. You give it up to the Most High. You go, I don't know what to do with this. It's too big for me. I don't think it's mine. I'm sending it to you. Use it to your highest, use it to its highest capacity and your highest wisdom. And you give it to God. And that's what you do. And when I say God, I mean the Most High, the Most Wide. The Most Wide. In Glasgow, wide. Wide means cocky. Sylvia's. Sylvia. Is it the name Sylvia? No. Is it what the name represents? So in Generation X, Sylvia is a sort of a well-to-do woman who's kind of like a mistress. It's to do with being a mistress. A mistress. Okay. Is this someone in particular we're speaking of? Is this someone good? Is this someone bad? This is someone bad. Somebody's mistress. Predator. And the other that I pulled was the power of the land. So this Sylvia is a predator of the power of the land, right? Now, in Irish custom, the power of the land was gifted through sleeping with the crone, right? Whoever this is someone passing themselves off as having the power of the land, but they do not have the power of the land. They're a mistress. They're not married to it, and they're a predator. 100. I can smell shit right up my nose. I can smell shit. Whoever this is, they stink. They smell like crap. They are a predator, and they are a predator on the land and on humanity. The handler Yalla. Yalla relates to the Middle East. Specific point in the Middle East. Is it about the war in the Middle East? Whoever this Sylvia is, right? This person masquerading as someone with the power of the land. Is it? This is a real person. This is a practitioner. She is a masquerader as someone with the power of the land. She's not a native to anywhere. Biologically, she is an invader. Yep. And I think that's what the yalla is about. The club. The club. That found its way into my deck. The club is the club of sadism. And this Sylvia, she's for the club. If they fell in shite, they'd come out smelling of roses. Well, I'm telling you what, they don't smell like roses. They smell like shite. They smell like I got a huge whiff of it there while I was working. They are proactive. Again, I can smell it. It's horrible. Taking action. Them. We must take action to be able to smell out these practitioners passing themselves off as having the power of the land. These are the problems. These are the protectors of fascists, abusers, Nazis. Luck. Luck is being stolen, and in its place, fear is being given. I heard the club always wins. You know, kind of like in a casino. The casino always wins, right? The house always wins. And so the luck is stolen because of this abuse that's being created. I'm going to pull from my wee doggy cards. Reiki. What about Reiki? on the hoops. Right, that's related to it. So there's a loop on healing energy being stolen by the club, right? And that's, we're just going to use that term really, really broadly, okay? Because there's it is the club of sadism, right? Could relate to a coven, yes, definitely. On the hoops, keeping the loops of healing going back to the club, keeping the loops of luck going back to the club, and farming out fear, physically farming out fear to different nationalities, to different people, to different oppressed people. I'm hearing specifically the poor. And the poor come in all different shapes and sizes and colours and all sorts. It's the weak and the poor. And this harvesting of their healing and luck. Good people doing good things and being rewarded by the club with I'm getting treat, but it's reversed. Misery. Punishment. So that's the game, people, as I see it right now. And if this is what I can do, this is what I can post to help my wee bit and do my wee bit for the planet. Can I get some words from the ancestors? The ancestors say, we are sorry. It was not known the pressure that protecting the descendants would honestly, they're showing it like clouding the mind. Their minds being clouded, trying to protect their biological descendants. But know this, at our most ancient roots, there is one soul family. And we come from the same place. There will be no protection of the wicked. It will stop. And the need for evil to steal from good is going to end, because we will not step forward to protect them further. Bridge heart to mind and know that if you protect evil, you will be judged, cut from the human family. If you will not act and behave as a human, you will not be recognized as one either. If you need to steal, then you do not know how to protect yourself. You are weak, and we do not protect that kind of weakness. You must process, you must know where your hate comes from and why. This is not the needed or necessary pressure that we wish to see. We feel shame watching your actions. There have been wars fought against the people that currently possess you. Get a hold of yourself. Pull yourself into line. Control yourself and take care of your fellow human beings, because the truth is, you do not know that you have been possessed by the wicked. Now, open your mind and know that the instinct to punish the weak is not the life and soul of this planet. If you need to punish the weak, vampire and predate on evil. Evil has no skin tone. Begin with yourself. Look within, find the evil within you. Rip it out and give it up. And step away from that life. The twist in the tale is you have been warned before, and you have taken the actions nonetheless. And now we cannot protect you. You are not protected by the wicked. But this is something that you will have to see for yourself. And then there's just like a great deal of emotion. She's something else. That's Sylvia. She's something else. Maybe that woman is something else. Not a human being. Not a thought form. Maybe she comes from another planet somewhere. Or maybe she's a mix-up of a few different things. What I do know about evil is everything can get dismantled as soon as you hit it with a bit of love and a bit of enlightenment. But you better have that inside your heart first. Bad people. Past. Present. Bad people of the past and present. Have courage, because good people do nothing. I know that's what it is. They have courage because good people do nothing. It is time to stand up. If you are a so-called light worker, if you are a part of humanity, it is time to stand in your power. It's time to recognise the power you've been given by your ancestors and use it to protect people, to protect your fellow humans. There is a ring that must be ripped apart. Aye. Aye means yes. There is a ring that must be ripped apart. The fundamental darkness that protects it must be loved and enlightened and ascended. These are quite strict. The West End, the upper classes, I've got wasp here. Is it aggressive, isn't it? A wasp can be quite aggressive. The upper classes that aggressively take action as a protector to the wicked. Dog TV. The programming. of the places of power, the programming of the places of power must be pulled out. Because a superstar is not a protector of fundamental darkness within themselves. Repel the wicked. Repel evil out of yourself. Repel evil out of your mouth and out of your life. Not out of your mouth. Don't be saying evil. Just get it out of you. Push it away from your life. Don't project it onto others. Deal with it. If you've got it in you, deal with the roots of it. But you do not give it a foothold. You do not give it harbour. People are not supposed to be this afraid. And you know, a big country like America, it's not like Scotland, we're only a wee country. But a big country like America, there's enough room for everybody. I just heard the eyes have it. It made me think about the voting system and about an overhaul of the voting system that is to come, that this situation is trying to push out of the way. This is part of trying to maintain the fascist foothold within government as well. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, see? Eyes, the power of the land. The eyes have it. I'll put that there just now. The Cailleach has spoken. And it is to be known that the words of the Cailleach will never protect the wicked. Neither will the words of Caliberi. Need know, I know the Cailleach well. And need know, I know Caliberi well. The younger version is the protector of mothers and daughters, and the elder is the protector of the crone. See it my way. There is a relation to Kali Ma. The haves and have-nots have thought until now that the ancients spoke in their ears. The haves, should I say. Now the have-nots are protected because the grandmother sees that it is not the haves that are protecting the have-nots. You have broken an ancient pact to protect the people. You are being abandoned by your tribes, by your originals, by your creators. In listening to animals, the haves have cut themselves from the line. Cut at the branch. They have velcroed themselves to the Cailleach with the idea that the ancients, the ancestors, will protect them no matter what. But this velcro, we do not recognise it as being something that is honestly worthy of our time, of our good judgment. The destruction that the haves bring to our descendants, we do not support, we do not protect. And we will not protect further. I'm going in and out of channeling. Thank you for being with me. Specky Four Eyes. People that think they're awfully smart. The haves that think they're so intelligent. Well, the intelligence is harvested through this fear as well that's being created. Yeah, I'm going straight on creation. So you keep your good brain in your head. If you're going through stuff just now, you keep your head switched on. You keep your mind switched on. You keep moving forward. Stay smart. Stay connected to your power and ability and your strength. Find your center. Be in the eye of the storm. Be the calm in the eye of the storm. And use your power and your ability and your strength. What's coming to me is a story about a Native American leader. She was a shaman, and I think she was a chief, actually, maybe. But they got persecuted and they got chased around the land. She had this gift to be able to put her hands out and to be guided in the right direction. And I'm seeing that now, that from this hellscape, power and ability and strength is born. Can be. And weakness can be destroyed. But you've got to keep your brain in your head. You have to think logically. Stay out of fear. Keep your heart open. You'll say the right thing. You'll do the right thing. You'll be in the right place if you keep your heart open. The twist in the tail. Purgatory. These people are going to go to jail for what they've been doing. Legally. They're going to jail. The guidance systems of the power of the land is nothing to do with the actions that have been taken by ICE and those controlling ICE and those who have been moving them like puppets. The bloodline of fake ancestors. Okay, these are not actually human, not actually from another place. I'm seeing it like they're like egos that are left over that didn't ascend. So they're not actually the souls of the ancestors speaking. You may be getting it at the most a spirit of a person, you know, but it's not really more than that. Super freak. Aye. I know what that's about. Can I say it? Aye. People who think that they can fuck their way into a bloodline. who think they are heroic. There is transmutation happening from those actions. And those of us who know how to do that, I suggest step in and do that immediately. Keep this filth, these fake ancestors out of your bloodline. The corrupt, nasty entities that have taken hold of your bloodline. Transmute the energy. Destroy any of the evil in your bloodline. And consider that the protection of the Most High God is the protection that you need. Young guns, that's funny because I was just thinking about the youngins. So these are the young warriors. I heard grey. So they have not chosen a side. They've not chosen between light or dark yet. The district. Maybe this relates to the Panthers, actually. The Black Panthers. I've been watching the Black Panthers recently. I was like, yes! It's very inspiring. Okay. What have we got to say about the Panthers, Holy Spirit? Right, council toys, right? Council toys is... See, when I'm out with my dog and we come across like a bottle, say I've forgotten to bring the ball out, right? And I find a bottle and I'll chuck the bottle for the dog and that's a council toy, right? This is, I think, the skill of working with nothing and making something great happen. I think this is related to, do you know, my heart's pure smiling right now. It's related to how these guys and women are out there building community, building a district. Light worker. The light work, now is this related to light workers? It's not. It's related to the great light that is being created by these revolutionary youngins. Not just created, but maintained. The grey area. The grey area? No, I think that in this case, it is important to understand that things are not light or dark, that there is nuance going on. Explain further, Holy Spirit. The dead ancestors support these young guns. I just heard we support them 100%. And their hearts are swelling with pride for you. So whatever it, and I just heard Rainbow Coalition. So if you're from the Panthers, you'll know what that means. There's a Rainbow Coalition of the dead protecting you, standing beside you, and giving you power. And that in that grey space between where I just heard correct use of force. Correct use of force. Keep that correct use of force and don't let things tip into chaos. Because the truth is, the need to gift everyone light and good is not an easy matter. The fight to know evil from good. Dark from light. Who's who? Who fighting with you is a problem. That's the fight right now. So keep your wits about you. That's what I just heard there. Go on your cell though. Go on your cell. Keep your wits about you. Keep your gifts. Keep strong. Keep intuitive. Keep switched on. Don't stir the pot with a knife. If you have to do something that's really difficult, make sure you maintain your calm. There's different ways of enforcement. Some people can enforce from love. An ancestor will enforce from love, right? Same way as like if you know when you're a wee kid and you're running about and nearly run in front of a bus and your ma grabs you and gives you a scalp on the arse. Don't do that. She's saving your life. And you have to think about it like this. When you protect people from doing evil, you are saving their life. Now, how you do that is a great area. But keep that in mind and don't stir the pot with a knife. Because things can get better and they can get worse too. And from what I can see, it's very important that they don't get worse. Because this whole thing's been cooked up to have people avoid seeing a future where there is a protected rainbow coalition. I'm seeing it again. I'm seeing rainbows. Your life's been replaced by an alternate. I keep having to pull myself in and out of timelines. Make sure if you are... Gosh, how much have I spoke now? Well, this can be the last wee point because it's like an hour and 7 minutes long so far. But whatever, I think I've been wanting to do this reading for a while. Your life's been replaced by an alternate. The life that we are all living right now is not the life that we should be living. This is somebody else's dream. And it's all of our nightmares. I don't even know if the person dreaming it is even alive anymore. And so very much we're up against the devil. Very much. People that have died, that have hung on. Beings from other places that have died, that have hung on. And who knows what else. So what needs to be taken apart are the grids, matrices, and whatever else. And you take that apart in your own way. You're going to have your own traditions, your own powers to do that. Tell me more about this. Your life's been replaced by an alternate. I'll put it there. Right, that's going to see it my way. Being enforced to see something someone else's way, right? Or, alternately, bringing in the compassion so that people can really feel for each other again. Really see it your way. You know what I mean? I think part of the spell that's been cast here is an idea of individualism, that we are not connected, that we are not part of one soul family, that we're separate little lists of people, like rich and poor, and you know, black and white, and don't get me wrong, I know it's really I know it's nuanced, right? But it's also an illusion. And it's an illusion that stops us from having compassion for each other and being able to see it each other's way. Bible John is a murderer, a psychopath. Whatever psychopath is dreaming this dream, I don't even think they have a body anymore. They probably puppet a few bodies at the same time. And this is why I'm saying, specifically to the Panthers, be careful, know who's around you. Know the signs of possession. Know when somebody's acting out of character. Know when to let them go chill out. Because one false move can be the end of a movement. I'm sure you know, though. I'll not teach my granny to suck eggs. Now, are we looking at Bible John again? That's it. We're going to stop there. I hope this has been helpful. If you like it, comment, subscribe, share, follow, below, above, whatever. To the right, to the left. And, yep. Let me know what you think. If you want me to do more readings on this subject, I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to channel more ancestral guidance. Is there anything more to say? No, I think that's it. You'll have a great day. If you'd like any readings from me, I'm on angelicscienceholistic.com. You take care, okay? Bye-bye.